Hey man, all I'm doing here is messing around with the controls, and I'm gonna get that started in a minute. I'm gonna see what's going on with the settings and whatnot. So just I guess I don't know. How do I get it to do the background? Let's try the desktop. No, I'm just gonna stick with this. I'm gonna stick with this. Alright, yeah, I'm just gonna stick with this one for right now. Alright, let me see here. What tracks do I have on here? Alright, let's stop this one. I'm gonna stop that. Alright. Alright, cool. I'm gonna put this up here. Hold on. I'm gonna put that right there. I'm just getting set up, y'all. Turn the fucking music on back on and shit, you know what I mean? I'm gonna put this up here. Hold on. I'm gonna put that right there. All right, good. Muted myself. Slide to the left. Bang, bang. Piggity, bang, bang, boom. Yeah, which track do I want to start with right now? Which one we want to go with? Let's go with something. Y'all want to see this picture? You want to see like what I look like, you know? Hey, what's going on, dude? Oh, it's all good, man. It's all to the good, man. I was just throwing something up. You know what? That might be the start of like a something different. You know, we'll see. I don't know. Shout out to Carlos Jean. Yes. All right. So what I'm trying to do here right now is I'm trying to play some play some beats, right? And I'm gonna kind of play some stuff in between. So I got something set up already that I'm trying to do. So let me see what I can do here. I'm gonna put this microphone down. I need a stand or something.
You know that's bunk. You know that's bunk. You know that's bunk. You know that's bunk. You know that bunk. You know bunk. Biggest batch of race skating buck. Well, there you go. All right. Ding. You got knocked the fuck. You got knocked. You got knocked.
Oh, okay. Hey, let's go with the J. Cole beat. Let's do it. Oh, it's the same one? Oh, okay. Well, fuck it. Let's move on to something else. I got something else. Okay, it's a little bit different. What did I have going on here? Here we go.
You know that's bunk. Biggest guys for race baiting. Bunk. What rip is up?
Oh man.
Mr. Madison will go first. Mr. Gordon, choose the topic. The Industrial Revolution. Mr. Madison, what you just said is one of the most insanely idiotic things I have ever heard. At no point in your rambling, incoherent response were you even close to anything that could be considered a rational thought. Everyone in this room is now dumber having listened to it. I award you no points, and may God have mercy on your soul.
Okay, a simple wrong would have done just fine, but
Mr. Madison, what everyone in this room is now dumber for having listened to it. I award you no points. Everyone in this room.
okay, a simple wrong would have done.
Everyone in this room is now dumber for having listened to it. I award you no points.
The Industrial Revolution to me is just like a story I know called The Puppy Who Lost His...
Mr. Madison, what you just said is one of the most insanely idiotic things I have ever heard. At no point in your rambling, incoherent response were you even close to anything that could be considered a rational thought.
Yeah.
Everyone in this room is now dumber for having listened to it. I award you no points, and may God have mercy on your soul.
Okay, a simple wrong would have done just fine, but...
Every time I come in the kitchen, you in the kitchen. In the goddamn refrigerator. Eating up all the food. All the chicken. All the pig feet. All the collard greens. All the hog maw. I want to eat some of them chitlins. I love pig feet. Hey! Huh? Come in here. Where you at? In the bathroom. Boy, bring your ass off the booth. You talking about waste last time. I smelled some shit for 22 years. Now you can't smell mine for 5 minutes. Shut it up. Don't nobody go in the bathroom for about 35, 45 minutes.
What's up, big worm?
How much you got left? You still ain't sold that weed smoke?
And you know this, man. And you know this, man. Pub, you fucking up the rotation. Puff, yeah. Puff, yeah. Fucking up the rotation. You know I ain't the smartest man in the world, but smoking here, look like you taking a shit. And you know this, man. You know I ain't the smartest man in the world, but you know I ain't the smartest man in the world. You know I ain't the smartest man in the world, but smoking here, look like you taking a shit. D-Dale, get the hell let's go. You been eating corn, huh? Go get the hell of a... Go on, man. Look, between me and you, man, when you're done, I clean all that shit up for you. Look. Hey, he's dead. What? You better not tell nobody, man. I'm not, man. Keep it on down low. Hey, smoking back here taking a shit. He's there. Well, I ain't gonna tell nobody else. La 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 la. And you know this, man.
Don't nobody go in the bathroom for about 35, 45 minutes. Every time I come in the kitchen, you in the kitchen. In the goddamn refrigerator. Eating up all the food. All the chicken. All the pig feet. All the collard greens. All the hog maws. I want to eat some of them chitlins. I love pig feet. Hey. Huh? Come in here. Ding, ding.
that's bunk. Biggest batch of race baiting. Biggest race baiting. Biggest race baiting. Biggest race baiting.
Want to ring the bell? All right.
Ding, ding. Every time I come in the kitchen, you in the kitchen.
I gotta make that end longer on that.
What you just said is one of the most insanely idiotic things I have ever heard.
I gotta
At no point in your rambling, incoherent response were you even close to anything that could be considered a rational thought.
Hey, what up, Carlos?
Everyone in this room
you gonna try
is now
to,
dumber
you wanna
for
jump
having
in on the
listened to
freestyle,
it.
man? You
May God have mercy on your soul.
That should be fun. That should be fun. Hey, you want to jump
Mr. Madison
in on,
will go first. Mr. Gordon,
on the chat.
choose
I ain't
the topic.
doing nothing, man. I'm just on here messing with the
English literature,
my sounds,
U.S.
and,
presidents,
music and stuff. Really,
My Wife the Tramp, Burning Dog Poo and the Human Response,
with the stuff.
Reflections of Society and Literature.
Send you an invite.
Reflections of Society and Literature.
Let me see how this.
Good luck, Schmuck.
Mr. Madison, the Industrial Revolution changed the face of the modern novel forever. Discuss, citing specific examples.
All right, let me go to my thing and look up the thing. I'm just, hey man, I don't even. This is Billy Madison, man. So I'm just gonna play this on and do this other thing while I'm
okay.
playing. So
the Industrial Revolution to me is just like a story I know called The Puppy Who Lost His Way. The world was changing, and the puppy was getting bigger. So you see, the puppy was like industry, in that they were both lost in the woods. And nobody, especially the little boy, society, knew where to find them. Except that the puppy
hold on. I'm
was a dog.
Getting into my email.
The industry, my
man.
friends. That was a revolution. Nip-high football rules!
Mr. Madison, what you just said is one of the most insanely idiotic things I have ever heard. At no point in your rambling, incoherent response were you even close to anything that could be considered a rational thought. Everyone in this room is now dumber for having listened to it.
Well,
I award you no points, and may God have mercy on your soul.
Let's do a reply.
Okay, a simple wrong would have done just fine, but
let's do a reply.
Every time I come in the kitchen, you in the kitchen.
This is just on cruise control right now.
In the goddamn refrigerator. Eating up all the food. All the chicken.
Here we go.
All the pig feet. All the collard greens.
All right.
All the hog maws. I want to eat some of them chitlins. I love pig feet. Hey.
You know, I didn't plan this thing out that well.
I know you don't smoke weed. I know this.
I know this, man.
But I'm going to get you high today. Because it's Friday. You ain't got no job. And you ain't got shit to do. Well, fuck you. Head dead motherfucker. Come on, sister. Damn. You got to be a stupid motherfucker to get fired on your day off.
Yeah. I just sent you the invite.
Damn.
It should be coming through pretty soon. Oh man, I remember this movie, dude. Oh yeah. Was that Nia Long? Was that Nia or was that what part was that?
Man. Oh, mama got ass too.
Oh yeah.
Just give me 3.5 minutes. Maybe even 4.
Maybe.
She'll be wanting to marry a nigga.
Poor mama.
Yeah. Older the berry, the sweeter the juice.
It's the blacker the berry, the sweeter the juice.
Yeah, well, yeah. She blacker than a motherfucker too.
I ain't fucking with you.
Where you at? In the bathroom.
Oh man, hey,
Nothing
so
in this
what's
house.
going on, gentlemen and ladies? We got a few people in here. Yeah, did you get it?
Every time I come in the
Did you
kitchen,
get it, Carlos?
you in the kitchen.
Shout out to Carlos.
In the
John,
goddamn
or is it
refrigerator.
Gene? I gotta get
Eating
it
up
straight
all
when
the
you
food.
get in here.
Yeah. Well, let me
I know
tell you
you're gonna
what.
make it.
You just tell the
That's
bitch,
something.
whoever she is, when I catch her, I'ma beat her ass.
Correct. You know what your problem is. You have no game.
What you know about gang?
I got all the game.
Break yourself, fool! Look what you did to my curb. Better watch your window, you climbing that fool, before you get blasted on.
With what?
Man.
You ain't got nothing, man.
With this.
I don't even know if I'm allowed
Where you
to
get
be
that from?
putting this on
Your mama.
here. You know what I'm saying?
Fuck you.
It's just the
Come on outside,
the
man. Stop
sound
playing.
anyway. I don't know.
Gotta get dressed.
I don't even know how
I
long
steal
this
from my
clip
mama
is.
before I mess with
Oh,
your shit.
dude, it's like,
And you
oh man,
know
we got
this,
time,
man.
dude. Hell yeah. Hey man, I hope y'all doing all right, man. We just chilling. I was trying to freestyle. You know what? I still
do
got to
smoke
do
weed.
that. I still got to do that. Hey, who wants to get in on a freestyle, man? I'm gonna try to freestyle. I'm not good, but I try. Hell,
That's
you know,
all
I'm
right.
just sitting in the garage
Don't worry about what
by
the fuck
myself,
I be doing.
just, hanging out,
Worm ain't
kids in the
fuck
bed. Oh,
Big worm ain't gonna do a
PDPDP,
goddamn
baby,
thing, man.
PDPDP.
I don't give
Put
a
the
fuck.
put the babies to bed. That's what that stands for. So, babies in the bed. It's time to get your drink.
What's going on, man?
Hey, what's going on, Carlos?
Oh, nothing much, man. Nothing much, man. Just wrapping up work and ready to head to the house, man.
Oh, so you driving?
No, I'm at the job. I'm just waiting for them to finish up. I'm gonna lock up and I'm gonna head on to the house, man. So yeah, I'm not driving yet, but I'm on my Bluetooth.
Oh, so you just work late normally.
Yeah, I work late shifts and make sure everything gets secured and everything's good. And
So you kind of work security.
yeah.
That's what's up. That's what's up.
Yeah, I do that type of work.
Yeah, man. Gotta hold it down, man. Somebody gotta do it.
Right.
You know, I be trying to make friends with everybody just so they don't be, trying to target my ass.
Well,
Yeah,
yeah, good to have friends in high and low places, man.
yeah.
Yeah. Oh man.
So how was Halloween?
Halloween was all right, man. They had a little trunk and treat at the job, and my department passed out candy to the kids and whatnot, and decorated. That's something new. I haven't really seen a lot of trunk or treats. I guess that's something new, alternative or whatnot. But it was nice. It was a nice turnout.
So what was it? They had a trunk, and kids can go in.
Yeah, they call it trunk or treat. Well, I guess you pop your trunk and you decorate it, whatever your theme is, and then it's just filled with candy. So you get a little parking lot area, and it's something for the community, the kids in the community come and feel welcome. I guess like a safer alternative than going door to door. In other words.
Yeah, you know what? Um, in my neighborhood, some of my neighbors, all they did was they had their trunk popped open, right?
Yeah, I think that's it.
Yeah,
Trunk or treat. That's what they call it. Trunk or treat. And I thought that was kind of crazy, but then I was like, well, okay, I can see the concept. Like I say, the community center, or a school or a church. I know a church did something like that. They call it Fall Fest. But it's a safer alternative rather than your kids going door to door and dealing with that type of issue. So it makes sense to me. In
yeah,
these times we live in, it makes sense.
yeah, that's true. I live in this neighborhood. I've been here for a few years now.
And
I want to say
okay.
05. And these last 2 years are the first 2 years where we went in the neighborhood to trick or treat with the kids because my daughters are like 11 and 8 or something like that. And we've been going to the mall, but then the mall got so crowded. We were looking for alternatives, and we were just like, well, why don't we just, go in the neighborhood because these are pretty much people that we see every day, like going pick up the kids from school. You know what I'm saying? And
Right.
waiting up in the line. Same. But there's probably some couple crazies out there, but you know, I you know I looked at them. I kind of looked at them when they gave them the candy, make sure they didn't look crazy.
Right.
Hopefully it's something.
Right. 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 Right.
I'm just
Yeah.
gonna go on faith, but I'm just making sure they know if it looks like it's not, that it's been opened or tampered with,
Mm-hmm.
man, because I heard some stuff too,
Oh yeah, yeah. I mean, maybe I've watched too many movies, which I have,
Oh yeah,
because I can remember there was one of my favorite movies. It's scary. It's corny because the old '80s movie style. The special effects was corny, but it still was hilarious. And it was like Hull House or something. Basically, long story short, in it there was this guy, and he was a crabby old guy, and he would like give apples with razor blades in there, and I was like, that's crazy, but people have done that before. Give out apples to kids with razor blades. I mean, people are sick out there.
you know what? Part of it I think is like um, people bringing attention to it too, though.
Hmm.
It's like I wouldn't have ever thought of it from like razor blades and from like apples. But people out there do, but at the same time, you kind of advertising it. not you,
Right.
not you, but like hey, they've been putting needles and razors and
Oh yeah, all type of crazy stuff. So it's
these are
yeah, I can
all
only imagine. Whew.
possible to
Right.
do. Have fun.
Yeah. Yeah. Exactly. Agreed. I
Yeah,
totally agree.
yeah, I, yeah. I hope everything. Probably gonna
Yeah.
go now that you said it, man. I'm probably gonna go dig through the candy right now. In a few minutes.
Yeah. Hey, it's sad you got to be like that, but I would definitely do it. I would definitely do it.
You
Rather
know,
be safe than sorry, as they say. The old folks say.
that's right. That's right. Yeah, man. So,
Oh yeah.
what you gonna get your freestyle on? You got a freestyle artist?
Oh, I'm not the best freestyle. I'm gonna be one of those people that come up there and you like I'm gonna spit hot fire and then all of a sudden you gonna go boom.
Hey,
So I'm just gonna let you know.
yeah, that's most everybody. That's like most people.
Right, right. Hold on for 1 second. We good, boy. You can show Louisiana lock and secured, appears clear alarm set. All right. All right. Okay, what kind of beat you got, man?
What kind? Oh man, you know what? I got these. I downloaded some stuff from. You ever heard of Qbert?
Yeah, I remember the GameCube, old school.
Okay, well, there's this DJ out there. His turntablist, man. He's sick, dude. He's like he's Asian dude. I think he's from California. I'm not sure.
Okay, okay, that's his. I can see. Yeah, that's his state. I got you.
Qbert, yeah, but
Yeah.
he is the man, right? Um, well, he had these packages, and I bought like two of his CDs and whatnot, and practiced a little bit with the turntables and whatnot, trying to get my turntablism game going. But he had some files in there. I'm probably gonna like sift through some and see if I can create a loop real quick.
Okay, okay, yeah.
Let me see.
I was about to tell you, man, like, I always pay attention to how everybody do their show or whatever, or their, however you call it, their, their cast or whatnot. And like I said, I was like, you seem pretty advanced to say you just started. Like I said, you was doing music intros and all this other stuff. I was like, man, I need to get on your level. Like you doing it, you know?
Really,
So,
I don't know. I don't know how anybody else does anything.
hmm
I haven't really even looked into how to do the. You know how they have the screen where you can see people's comments and whatnot, like how
right.
Amazon has it.
Yeah. I've seen others like that and stuff like that. They got, a nice little setup
Yeah, yeah,
to do all that.
yeah. I don't know how to do that yet.
Oh well, I mean, that's something. That's 2018, man. 2018 goals.
Yeah, might be next month. You never
Oh,
know.
okay. Look, there you go. Finish. Hey, do it this year. That's all right.
Man, I've been learning so much about so many different things. I'm gonna have to, try to hone it in at some point. You know how I'm talking about. Like you got different goals, but they're in completely different sectors.
Hmm
And so it's like, well, where do I start? Do I start on it? I know where I need to start. I need to start on my t-shirts because I got this screen printing press, right? And
Right.
I bought it a few years ago, and I learned how to screen print T-shirts. And I need to go ahead and do a design and just get a T-shirt out there. But I got I got 5 screens that have stuff on it, and I need to clean it off and
hmm
redo them so that I can get them ready for the next batch.
That is true. That is true. That's another way of promotion, because people are visual creatures, especially us men. And so, man, if you have a T-shirt and it has your name on it or it has your design, that's something that's eye-catching. It always, subconsciously, is pushing, representing you. And then also at the same time, you could also think about, well, hey, if you want to support me, cop a T-shirt,
Right, right,
9 times out of 10, if you ain't trying to bust nobody's head for $40, $50 for a
right.
T-shirt, it's a reasonable price. It's like, sure, why not? You know?
Man, I got one batch of T-shirts done. This was I forget which year. It's on the T-shirt. That's why this was like a limited edition type of thing. So I got like one or two left, maybe, and one is too small for me to wear. So, but one year now, my birthday's in March. One
Okay.
year, my birthday fell on um, Easter. Okay. Now Easter usually falls in April, but this year I got a T-shirt made and I sold some of them, so I got another batch done. But it was it wasn't the same design. It wasn't as good. Man, I've been just giving those T-shirts away, pretty much, and I'm pretty much out of those. So I need to like re-up, like start up,
Mm-hmm.
with my T-shirts. But I need a new design, and I got some other things going on I'm trying to do. So it's like one of those things, man. You just got to keep on, you know.
Oh yeah, I definitely understand. Like I said, you can do it yourself, or you can get somebody like I know for like a design for one of my little business ideas. I got like I don't know if you ever heard something called Fiverr, uh,
Yeah,
and I got them. You find out somebody, see somebody that's in your budget, or and I got them to design something nice, and I was just like, just testing it. And then I was like, man, I liked it, So it's like, that's something good right there, for designs or whatnot, you know.
the Fiverr.
Yeah, Fiverr.com. I think when you Google it, it should come up to something close to that, but it's called Fiverr. It's a weird name, but it's like everybody, like if you need to get somebody to do like a intro video or some editing or whatever, it's basically all these different people who have these skill sets. And basically, even some of the stuff that you're doing is like, hey, I don't know how to do this. Can you do an intro sound for me? Or you can, do some loops or something like that. Hey,
Right.
depending on what the price is, if it's right in my budget, hey, I go ahead and PayPal you or whatever, or Google Pay you, and Google Wallet, and bam, you get your money. You give me a timeline, and then basically you get rated, because if you don't do well, you don't get a good rating, nobody's gonna come, behind you and support your business. So it's like, it's a nice little deal. You should look into it.
That's interesting that you mentioned that, is because somebody just this weekend told me about Fiverr also.
Okay.
So that's crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's legit. It's legit. Like I said, I was kind of, skeptical, but I'm like, so many people have, used it, and I heard about it. I said, well, let me do it on something, moderate. I had a business idea for like for like, little online business. So I said I needed a certain type of old school Greek type of, setup. And he did an outstanding job. I was like, wow, and then, gave you examples. And even though it wasn't quite exactly correct the first time, I emailed him and said, hey, man, you're almost there, but I just need you to just do a little bit more. He was like, okay, give me a little bit more time. And he worked with me, I worked with him, and I had no complaints. So that's the type of, when you're doing business with somebody, that's what I expect.
Yeah. Yeah, that's cool, man. I'm looking through these different tracks here.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's about 12 seconds.
Oh.
All right, let me see. Let's go back. Man, I haven't done a loop in so long. This loop is gonna sound crusty. Oh, that's terrible. Hold on. You know what? I might as well just like give up on this one. I'm gonna track. Let's see what this one is. Oh no, this ain't nothing.
What is it?
Make a clap to this. No mistakes, no equals to me. Here we go.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, I like those tracks.
Yeah, that's kind of nice.
Okay, so maybe the blue one.
Hip hop.
That's pretty cool. I like that.
Yeah, it's kind of nice.
All right, so I'm gonna go back here and I'm gonna start it right there. Start my loop right here and oh no, okay. So we gotta go back. Yeah, man. Hey, yeah, this is on the fly right here.
Well, we are live, so.
Yeah. Here we go. Hold on. All right, I think I'm gonna start it right there. Out. Right there. Okay. All right, loop. All right, how do I do it? All right, here we go. One, two. Here we go. 1, 2. Each rain on the microphone. I'm trying to keep it going, but I don't know what I'm doing right now. Whatever. Figure it out. Whatever. Man, Carlos John. I don't know. Maybe it's Gene. We're gonna figure that out later. You're gonna tell me where it's really.
Hey man, look, it's like whenever I sit at the bar and I look at the person that does karaoke, I laugh at them, but you gotta give them props. They up there, doing it. So I can't laugh. I can't laugh too much. I'm gonna jump up in here. Yes, did a little hot fire right quick.
All right, let me see. All right, I don't know why it's not looping. Okay. Maybe it's gonna loop. All right, I hope it's gonna loop. I'm sorry, man. My loop is a little sloppy, but I'm gonna get better.
Oh, that's all right, cause my flow gonna be sloppy. I'm gonna go ahead and jump up in here and just do it, cause I'm procrastinating. So let me go ahead and jump on in. Just rock the beat.
It's a nice beat.
All right. Yeah. I'm CARLOS, number one, the very best. You're rocking with Carlos. Now Carlos, you do the most. Rocking the beat from coast to coast. Coming from down south. The mouth of the south, with no doubt. Got the gift of gab and I put it on the slab. Turn around and I say it's yours. And the ladies yell out, we want more. And then I drop the mic. Psych, I'm getting back on it. I'm Carlos John. From Deep South, we about to get it on. That's all I got.
All right. Hey, that's what's up. Hey, I'm gonna. I should have picked a beat beforehand, man. This is hold on, let me see what this Oh, okay. All right. Let me. All right. Go back to. Let's get the in loop in. We're gonna go all the way down. That was kind of groovy too, though. All right, that's it. All right, so that's gonna be the beat. All right. So let's start right there. All right. Oh man. All right, let's do this. Let's pick a topic.
Okay, let's do that.
All right, what am I gonna talk about? What's freestyle about?
Is we freestyling on the topic, or we just talking about the topic?
No. I'm a freestyle on the topic. I'm gonna try to freestyle a little bit.
Freestyle on something.
try to incorporate it.
Okay, incorporate something. Let's incorporate name truth. You know, you talk a lot about troops, different people's troops. So let's incorporate truth.
Who? The troops?
Truth. No, truth. TRUTH. Truth.
Truth?
Yeah, truth.
Oh man. Wow. Okay, let's see here.
Whatever your truth is, man. You know.
All right. All right. Let's see. All right. All right. Okay. This is gonna be a freestyle because I don't know what I'm gonna say. Go. All right. Okay. Hold on. Let me replenish my drink. Oh yeah. All right. Carlos John, right?
Yes, sir.
Let's do it. All right, here we go. Truth. I'm getting in the booth, trying to do a little freestyle with a little me style. Sometimes I don't know. Sometimes I feel like you just gotta get up and go. Me, my man Carlos John, we be kicking it like we just keeping it going. I don't know what I'm about to say, but gonna keep it going. Like, hey, what? Let's do our thing. Keep the truth going. Cause you know something's coming. We don't know where I'm going. But I'm just gonna try to keep flowing and going, and me and my flowing and family, and I don't know what I'm saying. That's all good. I'm gonna keep doing it in the hood or where I'm at, wherever. It don't matter. Hey,
all right.
Oh, man, truth. That's a hard one, man.
Yeah. My bad.
You put me on the spot on that one, bro.
Well, yeah. You shouldn't have asked me any options. You should have just picked something. I would have went with it.
You good? That's good. That's good. Yeah, I like this. This is from like Napoleon Dynamite, I think.
Yeah, this funky. Yeah.
I like that. I already preset that, baby.
Yeah.
Oh man, it's smooth too. That was the transition already. I didn't even hear it. Man, you like that groove?
I like that. That's funky.
Man, you sound like you might be an old man. You must be old. Fred Sanford.
Yeah. Coming home to Elizabeth. As I spit. Coming home to Elizabeth. Yeah. Ain't no junk, but I'm a junkyard dog. I don't like pork. But I roll with the hogs.
All right. Oh man, maybe I should just flow instead of. Okay. Sitting here in the garage with myself, me and my TV, my little computer. I don't know what I'm gonna say, but I gotta get something on the computer. You know what? I usually do better. I should do better on the live stream, right? But you know, this you get better, I guess, right?
Right.
Fat old crew, we in the hood, just doing what we used to do. I don't know what I came to do, but I like to do it too. Today it was a good day. I have to say, we got some things done. It's not the only one. I know people everywhere getting things getting crazy, getting ready to get swayzy. They don't know where they getting ready to go, but they going somewhere and they don't even know where they know. They going to Christmas shopping, ain't even Thanksgiving. What in the heavens? How they gonna do that? They're gonna be in the malls and it's gonna be splat. Santa everywhere. What about the turkeys? They ain't even going nowhere. I tell you what, me myself, I got a chicken. I ain't worried about a turkey. I don't need that much meat. Hey, I don't need to be always taking a seat, lay down in front of the television, watching some football. Wait a minute, maybe not. Hold up, let's stop. Hold up. People still watching it? I don't know. I've been hearing some murmurs in here. People talking with they people. I said people. They paying with their eyeballs. They said I ain't gonna watch that no more. Why? Because I don't like what I see. I can't explain it. I just don't want to say. It's in the news. People don't want to say what they really view. Why? People tripping. They want to hit somebody just for what they thinking. I can't understand it, man. These people, they not saying what they saying. They not being what they saying. They not saying what they want to be. They just doing what they want to do. Trying to create havoc just for me and you. How we go from here to there, I don't know. But I tell you what, man, I'm about to just go sleep, wake up, next day, get it again, try to stay busy. Hey, I don't know how to do it. I'm just gonna keep on going, keep on flowing, do what I do, keep on going, learn a little bit more. Hey, gotta get out the door kind of early too, or you're gonna be snoring. You're gonna hit the snooze button, be incapable of doing nothing. Get up, get out, get your shit going. Don't be a slouch. I had to stutter. I had to stop. This thing is kind of stout, man. What you saying?
Look, I'm just like, hey man, you flow for a long time, like my hero, bro. Cause I'm like, I'd have been stepped out of that one. I had maybe 3 or 4 bars. You just kept flowing.
Hey, sometimes you gotta press through.
Right, you did that, brother. You did that, brother.
It might have been choppy, but you know what? I'm gonna get better, I guess.
Oh yeah. But this is good. It's preparing me for karaoke because I've always clowned people who do karaoke, but I'm like, I'm not brave enough to do it. So I'm like, I want to do it, but see, I'm kind of like I'm a little cheap. I'm gonna practice my songs, the shower in the bedroom, and then eventually when I go up there, I'm gonna sound like, like I'm the first time ever doing that.
Yeah,
Yep.
yeah, yeah. Good. No, that's good. That's good. Hey, the first time's always cool. You're gonna remember where you at, and then it's just gonna be fun. Unless
Okay.
you got a unless you got a group of assholes in the crowd, you just start booing for no reason because they want to go
Well,
next.
yeah. Well, if I'm on stage, that's one asshole less, so it's gonna be okay.
I'm
Yeah,
just playing.
it's all
Yeah,
good, man. It's all good, man. Shoot.
but yeah, man. I think that was a good thing, man. So what's you got so your channel is Carlos Jean, Jean.
Mm-hmm.
Shout out your
Yeah.
channel because I think I'm gonna wrap it up and
Okay.
then
Cool. Cool.
figure out what I'm gonna do next.
Yeah, man. Yeah, man. I appreciate the invite and whatnot. This is my first time ever doing this.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it's my
So
first time.
cool, cool. I don't know. What do you say? Congratulations and keep
Yeah,
it
well,
going.
hey, I appreciate the invite. This is cool because I'm kind of learning the concept. It's not rocket science, but it's all new to me.
Exactly. It's new to me too, man. I just started getting on here a few weeks, maybe a month or two, maybe, and
Right.
just and I think what I want to do is I want to put some more stuff that I edit together because I got a lot of footage of stuff, just different
Mm-hmm.
I've been doing and different ideas. I have ideas, that I've recorded and I hear it and it's like I heard it for the first time almost. And I'm like, wow, I thought of that shit, you know? It's like,
Right.
damn, I need to do something with that. you know what I'm saying? That was the whole point in the first beginning.
Right.
So like I said, man, it's just, I got a whole bunch of stuff going on and got the but it's enough time for excuses.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. My goal, I always wanted to do something on YouTube, but I never knew what to do. So I kind of like just, observe and study. And one thing I always notice, the ones who do well are those who are, truthful and they're in their own lane. You don't attempt to do something that somebody else is doing. If somebody's the shock jock, they might be the best at that. Let them do that. If somebody else is good at talking about politics, let them do that. If somebody else is good at putting people together and kind of orchestrating a positive debate, then hey, that's their niche. Or if you just talking about various subjects, kind of like a talk show. It's just you got to find your own niche. So I know the thing that I'm going to do, I love movies, so I'm going to do movie reviews,
Yeah,
uh
and you never
start
know
next
that
year in the spring.
really that's cool.
Yeah, I
And you
love
know,
movies.
I've seen different channels go from one thing that they started at and then go to something not completely different, but just a different way. So you never know what it might lead you to, and I
True,
guess that,
true.
that
Long as it's positive, long as it's positive. Like I said, there's nothing wrong with change. You might
yeah,
start off talking about politics and then get into something else.
right,
As long as it's positive and it's your truth, I mean, I can't knock it. I won't knock
right.
it.
Yeah, I think yeah, I agree with that completely. Cause yeah, yeah, yeah. I try to stay, not all in one way, but you can't knock the truth at the. So I don't know what my lane is right now. So I'm still just playing with different ideas. I haven't learned enough right now. I feel like to even declare what I'm gonna be doing, you
Right.
know, next month or next week. you know.
Right, and I can understand that. I mean, you have a lot. It seems like you're good with music, and you know people, so that's good. You're able to kind of get a collaboration of different mindsets and kind of orchestrate a positive debate. A positive dialogue. I've seen you have some talks with different people. Like I learned about you from Wake the Hell Up, and he's a good brother, and I like listening to him and whatnot. And so that's the way it is. Because it's like a chain reaction. I watched O'Shea, and O'Shea kind of showed me about other people who I follow, and then Wake the Hell Up, and then you. And so it's like, it's kind of like it's almost like validation, because if I believe in this individual and I support that person, then if they recommend somebody, it's like a domino effect. It's like each person's gonna recommend it. So I like you, I like what you about. So if you recommend somebody else, it's like, okay, let me check what see he about. I'll be more open minded. So that's a good thing right there. You got that going for you.
Yeah, that's true. I find myself, man. When I started, I had 6 subscribers.
Hmm.
Okay, I had 6 subscribers, and I don't know how long I had those 6 subscribers. These subscribers were for years before I even did a single video. And
Wow.
I don't know why someone would subscribe to someone who never posted a video ever for
Right.
years. You know what I mean? It's like, so I don't know how that works, but from 6, then I started doing videos, and uh wake the hell up. He kind of, because what happened was I was looking at videos on how to do a live stream,
Right.
and they had and it showed, and it in the same way that he showed me that time when he got me on that
Hmm.
first, like when I was doing it, was the same way that was on the video, except I clicked something else when I was actually trying to do it myself. So it was kind
Right.
of, he was just like, okay, all right, click on this, click on that, oh man, yeah, that's the same way the video said, but it was like holding my,
Right.
so it's good to help, help people that help you, if you can.
Oh, most definitely, most definitely. And the different things like, you got Patreon, you got the PayPal, until you get your subscribers, high enough where you can use, the super chat. So yeah, that's one thing. Yeah, you definitely got to get your PayPal or whatever. I know you're early, but hey, people supporting you, people like you. Hey, it's
Yeah.
no harm, no foul, and the offering say, hey, if you like to donate, you don't have to be a broken record, but at the same time, if if somebody likes you, they like you. I mean, that's not a big deal. It's like somebody saying, hey man, you got extra 5 on you. You get tired of it after a while, but I mean, if it's somebody you like, you don't really bother. You're like, okay, not like you ask for it all the time. You see, so and all that could help you towards, getting your equipment, different other type of stuff. It's like, hey, it's a business, to a certain degree.
Right,
So
right, you're right.
it's a,
And
it's a
you know what?
balance.
I do have a PayPal account. I just need to, I guess, link it. I think it's bunch of.
Yeah, 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 definitely. Because I know it's everybody like in their little headers. I think I'm saying that correctly. They'll have like, this is my website, this is my Patreon. If you have a business, anything dealing with you, any type of business, you put that there. Hey, if you care to donate, you like what you see, you put your PayPal link. And I mean, that's what everybody else do, and there's no shame in that, because it's like, hey, I'm here, I'm doing this, but at the same time, if you like me, support me, you know, donate if you want to. It's like, I don't see a
Right, right,
problem with that, as long as you're not a broken record, because you do have some people they beg, and I don't like no beggars, but because I believe if you're a good person and you're good at what you're doing, trust me, you won't have a problem getting money. I mean, yeah, you have to remind people sometimes, but I don't
right.
really believe that's a problem. Anybody that I like, I, you know, I throw, do the Patreon, I do the PayPal, that's just how I am, there's plenty of other
Right.
brothers and sisters that are built like that.
You know what? When you said that, it brought to mind, like I do this show on Sundays. It's
Hmm.
karaoke Sundays, and every once in a while I get somebody on the microphone who says, "Hey, tip your fucking bartender," and they kind of
Right, right.
aggressive with, right? And I'm like, okay, yeah, you're right, but at the same time, I know my clientele, and I'm pretty sure they do okay, and I hope they do okay. But but it is always good to put out a reminder, and I do that. But I don't know if I do it as much as other people do it. So in the same respect, I don't I don't even say my name. I don't even know most of. I've been there for like 16 years. I don't even know if some of those guys know my name, but
Right.
I know I'm a part of the fabric of that place, at this point,
Right.
and it's fun, and it feels good, and they got my back and I got theirs, so it's it's a good feeling. It's a good feeling when people appreciate you and you can and you can make a few ends meet at the same time.
Oh yes, sir. Yes, sir. And there's nothing wrong with that. I mean, this is, of course, YouTube. I mean, I don't think anybody would have a problem saying that, hey, YouTube, funds my whole lifestyle. I don't think anybody would have a true issue with that. However, most of the people that I follow, you have a job, I have a job, another reason why I'm doing movie reviews because of my job. I mean, I'm in the security field, but not knocking that job, but I'm not a security officer, so I have to kind of watch what I do online, because that could deal with my, come back to my job. So it's like,
Right.
that's why I'm very careful. That's why I'm kind of, politics and certain things. I kind of shy away from that type of subject because it can become controversial. And then it's like, well, is that something that comes back to your daily decisions? So I'm like, you know what? There's nothing really controversial I can think of about movie reviews. So let me start off with movie reviews. So you see what I'm saying? It's like, how can you get offended by a movie review? You know?
Said a mouthful.
Yeah.
Goodness. Movie reviews. Wow.
Yeah.
So wow, that'd be cool if you can get that going. That'd be good.
Yeah, I'm
Uh,
a I'm an avid collector, so it's like I got over 2,100 digital movies that personally belong to me. So besides just, movies that are in the theater, I mean, I can actually go back to some older ones, like I really like Blackula and some of the, black exploitation movies, and then also some of the other ones, like just different movies. I've never seen a movie review on black exploitation movies, nothing wrong with that, but I'm just like, some of
really?
them were good, like the Mac and Blackula. If you thought about the concept that, Dracula was basically, gets threatened by this strong African prince, and he was like, "Well, I'm gonna go ahead and bite you, turn into a vampire, and take your woman away from you." And I was like, "Wow!" So now he's cursed. So he's the black version or the African American version of Dracula. Blackula. I don't know if you remember seeing that back in the day.
Blackula.
Blackula, yeah.
Oh man, it's been a while, man. I've seen so many movies. You were talking about movies. I just came across a bunch of VHS movies from like
Mm.
80s and
Oh, love the 80s.
man,
Favorite time. Music and movies. Best time for music and movies.
like The Godfather, the
Oh yeah.
Goodfellas. I mean, got all these movies and all these books, and
Hmm.
I like to collect books, man. I need to read some of them, but
Yeah. I buy a book every time I get paid. I always buy a book, but I put it on my Kindle. But it's like it's just building up. So I actually need to take some time and start, forcing myself to read more. It's beneficial because, like I say, it's like food for your mind, and just like, okay, it's a new concept, a new idea, and that's what's going to make you into a different and better person.
yeah, yeah, I agree. It is reading is definitely a fundamental.
Yeah, reading it really is fundamental. It was tedious in college. I hated it because I loved reading as a kid. I read, and on adult level in preschool. Like, I mean, I was reading adult. I was reading encyclopedias before I went to pre-K. It was just interested in like legends and folklore and myths. So I was always big into mythology, even as a kid. I came up with my first idea for a story as a kid, and just based on mythology. So it's like, but when I got to college, I was like, all this reading sucked. Like I do not like to read anymore. So it really turned me off for like a long time. And it's just like recently, it's like, quite naturally, like you don't have to always read something just, for the information. Nothing wrong with that. That's good as well. But sometimes it's all right to be entertained.
Yeah,
So,
yeah. I used to read like I think the last book I read was probably the last book I remember reading from cover to cover was The Fountainhead.
hmm
I read that. I read the whole thing, and that was a long ass time ago, man. But I have read other stuff that I've had to read for like work, stuff like that, and magazine articles, stuff like that. But like books,
right.
I mean, I read a few chapters. Well, yeah, I read yeah. Yes, I was just thinking of a couple books that I started and I got like halfway through
hmm
and then I
Yeah.
got busy. I was
Oh,
trying to
yeah.
say I finished it, but I can't even say that. I gotta go finish her book. Um, but
You would you would laugh at the last book that I read, but it actually was a good book. And it was Pimpology, The 48 Laws of Game by Pimp and Ken. I loved it because it was like a play on the 48 Laws of Power, but it
oh
was kind of like from Pimp and Ken's perspective. And when you read it, it was like he got some very interesting perceptions of of interactions between us as men with women and also just men with men. Period. About different things or how we look at life and how we interact with stuff, and it's just like okay, not like I was trying to read the book about, to become a pimp, but it's basically, if you think about it, I remember from, it was a movie, film called Pimps Up, Hoes Down, and Ice-T was in it, and he was talking about his time when he was with Warner Brothers, and he was coming up in the rap game, and he was just like, he said he had to understand, when people were approaching him, like, I saw your last movie, it was all right, and I heard your last CD was all right. And he was just looking at him like, you don't understand. I'm playing these folks. Like, I'm not an actor, even though he's a pretty decent actor. And he said, I'm not a rapper. He's just doing it. In other words, he had an opening, he took it, and he gave the people what they needed in order to get his check. And I was just like, wow, because sometimes I used to be so hard on myself that my project has to be perfect. Or I want to try something new and different. So it has to be perfect before I show it to the world. And guess what? The world keeps spinning and other people come up with these different ideas that are similar or better than yours. And guess what? You're looking like Boo Boo the Fool because you were so scared to put it out there. Now, that's not to say you just rush and put trash out there, but at the same time, when whatever you want to do, when are you going to put it out? You know, how long
yeah,
does it
man.
really take to put it out? Let's be honest. How long does it really take to put it out? You know?
Especially nowadays, man, because like you wait a day and something else happened already.
Oh
And
yeah.
now
Oh,
I was dude, just think about it, right? How many people was it? 59 people died in that Las Vegas thing, and we already moved on
right. Well, we got new
to,
tragedies. We got new
to
issues, personal
five
concern.
to
Yeah.
eight. What was it? 8 people died in New York yesterday or
Yeah,
today.
yeah, yeah. I mean, every time you look, there's a new tragedy, a new that's not to include the things that you miss. There are things that's going on in the world on a minor or major level that you missed. You know, it could be a major company that's laying off 100,000 workers. I missed it. Or maybe there
Right.
was a tsunami or something, or maybe there was a wildfire someplace, or something
Yeah.
happened, a minor earthquake somewhere that if you were told, you were like, well, that's interesting. Why is there an earthquake here?
They,
It's just things like that. These are things that we're not even aware of, you know?
right. Exactly. You're right about that, man. And I was just thinking about that when you said it. I was like, man, it's you blink and like let's say you wanted to do a story
Hmm.
on the Russian investigation and what happened with that.
Right.
And you already missed it because now they're talking about New York,
Right.
you know? And tomorrow, who knows what's gonna happen? I mean, what about I mean they were talking about Manafort before that.
Hmm.
Manafort's
Sure
now
was.
Manafort's now looking like, oh man, good. I'm glad they're not talking about me. You know
Right.
what I'm saying? And like before, look, what was it before the Las Vegas thing? You know what I'm saying? It was something before that too, and we can't remember. We got to go back to the day before to figure out what they were talking about. You know,
Right.
that's how it seems like our attention is so, I don't know, fickle
Hmm.
sometimes, but at the same time, you can hardly help it because you kind of have to be focused on what you have to do too, without getting your mind clouded with a bunch of, oh man,
Yeah,
that's
yeah, it's sensory overload. I mean, it's just you got so much stuff coming at you. I mean, we're not even talking on the personal level. You can go on and on. You could have a whole series about that. Just different issues. We talking about what's going on in your life, you personally as a man. Much less what's going on in the world that affects you. You know.
right,
So it's just you're part of like a web, and it's like the deeper you start thinking about it, or the deeper you attempt to get or go down the rabbit hole, you get more entwined in that web, and it becomes scary. It can really become overwhelming because it's like so much to think about, and you go pop, and it's like, okay, let me dial it back a little bit because once you realize, like, okay, there are games going on at a higher level, or as they say, depending on your job, that's above my pay grade. They got different things going on that's not. Hey, you're aware of it, and maybe it's not always on the up and up. But guess what? That has nothing to do with me. That's not to say that you agree with that type of
right,
thought process or you agree with that decision making. It's just that, can you at the end of the day go up and say no? I don't want it to happen. If the answer is no, what you being concerned about? You know.
right,
I mean, you can be mad about whoever. You can be mad about Trump. You can be happy about Trump. You can be mad about the Russians. You can be happy. What it doesn't. At the end of the day, it's like you can. It's nothing wrong with having an opinion, but what is it really going to do for you? Is it going to put a couple of extra zeros in your bank account? Is it going to, help you and your family? Is it going to help you grow your business? It's like certain things, we can discuss back and forth till the sun comes up, but in the end, hey, I need to figure out how to start me a new business so I can start working for somebody else, or I want to go write that novel I've been putting off, or I want to go and even though I'm an older person, hey, I want to put that album that I always had in my heart, go do it, because like you say, I think I saw, I don't know how true it was, but I could see it being true. It was saying that somebody that survived that shooting in Vegas, they died on
right,
the road. Like they were
yeah,
just in a car wreck. Like two of them, I guess husband, wife, or boyfriend, girlfriend, and they survived Vegas. And then, some like not too long ago, they died in a car wreck. So it's like, are you kidding me? You survived one, tragedy, and now you fall victim to another. So I mean, it like you say, it's one of the things to think about. It's like, whether, basically, if anybody was listening to us, besides us talking to each other, I would say, don't put something off tomorrow. What you can do today, it's like tomorrow's not promised. And we've been hearing that. I've been hearing that as a kid. Don't put
right,
off tomorrow what you can do today. And I put it off, and guess what? Haha, it's today again. But again, who's to say that that's not my last day? Who am I to say that?
yeah,
So
I know, man. You're right about that, dude. Uh, that's why it's really important for me to kind of spend some time with my kids because they still at that age, but
yes, sir. Yes, sir.
ready to change. You know what I'm saying? I could tell
Yes, sir.
they already been changing, man, and I just love having them as kids. But they're gonna have to grow up soon, so I'm trying to give them more responsibility and whatnot. Uh,
Mm-hmm.
wake the hell up! What's up, man?
Oh,
What's
he
going?
up in the chat. Okay.
What you trying to do, man? You trying to get in on the convo? Hey, man, we already did our freestyle, so you're gonna have to do your freestyle segment when you get in. So let me see. I'm gonna send you this thing real quick if I can remember. Yeah, there we go. Yeah, man. So
He said, send him the link.
yeah, let me see. Is this still working? Yeah. So yeah, man. Yeah, you gotta keep it moving. But some of these people, man, you wonder if they've been able to move on to the next level of their development because it seems like here we go. Maybe some of them can't get jobs,
Mm-hmm.
and maybe they don't have anything else to do except race in hell.
Well,
Yeah,
I mean, I could
right.
understand that. I would say that would be like a mentality because, I mean, I can say in my lifetime I've been unemployed.
Oh yeah,
The longest, if I want to be honest, which I always strive to do, I said the longest was maybe 6 to 8 months, and that was the worst period of my life. Like I could never understand why somebody would be happy just to be at home doing absolutely nothing, not wanting to work. That
yeah,
drove me crazy. I felt, less than a man. It drove me a little loopy. It was like I had to. It really, because it came, as an older man. I'm used to having things and doing things, and then something happened, and then next thing you know, I'm out of work for a good little period of time, and
yeah,
it really did something to me. And it was like, in my job field, it was just, you know, I could see that, hey, we accepted your resume, you qualified, but I was getting no callbacks. And then, the interviews were few and in between. And it took a while. I mean, it took a while. And it really like, whoo, it did something to me. So I could never understood why, how can you, just be happy to be at home and just absolutely doing nothing.
yeah.
And just like, you're not looking for no work? Really?
Yeah. I used to do pharmaceutical sales
Oh,
before.
nice, nice.
Yeah, it was good, man. I like doing it, man, and it was
Ooh,
fun. You
it
get
was
to
eating
go.
good, brother. I know about y'all. I got a friend that's trying to get into that line of work. It's like it's hectic, but if you got a good personality and a swell mouthpiece, you a winner, man. You a
Yeah,
winner.
you just got to get in with the gatekeepers, the
Yeah, yeah,
ladies in the front, man. You smile at them and you
yeah.
tell them, and they let you in with the doctor. But what's going on? Wake the hell up.
What's going on, fellas? How y'all doing?
What's
Going
going
on?
on, brother?
What's going on, Mr. Carlos? How you doing, sir?
I'm doing well tonight. And yourself?
That's good. So what's the topic, fellas?
Oh man, we were just messing around. I was playing some music earlier, and we did our freestyle. So it's your turn.
Freestyle, man.
I know,
One
I
thirty.
know.
It's 1:30 in the morning, man. I ain't, man. I
Is it?
can't. I'm on another. I feel like I'm in another planet right now. The only freestyle I have, man, is for brothers.
Yeah.
We should be having more than what we having right now, man. That's the only freestyle I
Yes,
can think
sir.
of off the top of my head.
Yes, sir. I would say amen
Yeah.
to that.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So what you up to right now? You just out and about, or you
man.
in?
I'm out and about, man. I'm not doing no more 9 to 5 no more. So I'm on my own boss now. So I got to, constantly
Oh,
move, no sleep.
congratulations. That's wonderful, man.
Yeah, it's gonna take time to develop, to where I need to get to. Yeah, I can't do the 9 to 5, man. It's too much. It's too much. Different personalities, multiple disorders. It's all types of madness going on, especially with the situation that's going on in New York for the past couple of days, man.
Oh, right. Yes, indeed.
So are you near that area?
No, my friend was. I did a video on it last night, Ethan. So he told me he was seeing a couple of things that was unusual before the incident. And then when the incident happened, he was like, told me he felt like something was going to happen, on Halloween Day. You could feel like stuff's going on in the air. Something ain't right.
Right.
You've been around for a certain amount of time and been around certain situations and travel different places and see different things. You start noticing strange behavior. You're going to have to, keep your guard up. Don't go against your, instincts.
Yeah, you're right about that.
The person they said that did it, he's Israeli. He's not from the Muslim country. He's Israeli, because the people I know that work for the department told me that they use him to say he's Muslim. No, he's Israeli, because you got a lot of Albanians who are Muslims too. So Lebanons, you have a lot of them that's Muslim. So that's like near Israel. So there's a lot of Israeli people are upset with this country right now, and they're rebelling in this city. Because the Jews run this city. They run this. This is their capital. And now that they're not seeing what they used to see, they're rebelling in this city right now.
Which city?
New York. They run New York. Everybody knows that.
New York, or Manhattan?
No, they run New York, period. Not just Manhattan. They run New York, period. Look up the old, New York dollar bills, and you see Jewish faces on these dollar bills behind the scenes. You just have to catch the symbol.
Is it kind of like
those? Look up the old $500 bill, the $1,000 bill. Those are not Caucasian faces. Those are Jewish faces. That's the old money. Old money. When they tell you old money, that's that $500 bill, that $1,000 bill, that $1 million bill. That's the old money.
Talking about like you kind of like those art pictures where you kind of have to look through it in order to see the symbol.
Yep, and you see the black face behind it too, because we were the ones who orchestrated the money, and they just hyping it up a little bit more better. But if you look at the old bill, the first president wasn't white; he was black. So
it wasn't Washington.
It wasn't Washington. It was somebody behind Washington. I got to put the information up when I get a chance.
Okay.
Yeah, man. I thought it was George Washington. Well, hey, man, if it was a black man, hell.
John Hancock is his name.
Oh, the dude with the big handwriting on the Constitution, Declaration.
Yeah, we created the Declaration of Independence. They just went and put their own laws into effect. But we started the Declaration of Independence. Now, what you guys don't know is that driver's licenses in the Constitution, you're not supposed to have a driver's license. You didn't know that, right?
Yeah, I never heard that.
I heard something like that before.
Well, when our people was in slavery,
taxes.
Yeah, we ain't pay no taxes.
I heard that's somewhere too. Bannister, yeah. Yeah, but you got to go through a whole bunch to do that.
No, but we started paying taxes. Our people started paying taxes when Martin Luther King started going with this quote unquote integration. But before that, we wasn't paying taxes. We didn't have no birth certificate, and we was be able to drive as butlers, but we ain't had no license. If you talk to somebody, I could get Elder True because he's been around longer than us, and I'm gonna ask him that question. But You know, we started Social Security in the 70s. We just implemented it into a lot of their system, but before that, we didn't have no so-called rights and all that. So when you look at the Constitution, it tells you don't need to have all this stuff. It's corporation. Technically, we're not supposed to pay for food and for land or for water and taxes. We're not supposed to pay taxes. But they came up with that because that's the way they could fund the wars and all that. This other stuff that they have created.
You
If
know
everybody stop working, it's a wrap for them.
I kind of like owning land, though.
You know that?
What?
Oh shit! Damn.
Yeah, I kind of, you know, I kind of like owning some like property. And if everybody thinks that they're entitled to your property, then that's not a good thing for me. You know, I like to know. Okay, this is mine. You know, if you want to come over here, then then you can ask me, right? But at the same time, people need to eat. People do need help.
True.
But there's also a segment, and I've heard of them. I can't say how closely or farly, but they know how to work their way through the system.
Oh, yes, they do.
They know how to use the system to get things that they need, or that that they just want. So,
all right, guys, I got cut off. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I got.
I hear you.
Yeah, I was just saying that there's people who who need things, and there's people who don't need things, and some people just know how to work the system, on how to get what they want, or what they need, or what they don't even want and need.
Yeah.
You got two channels?
Now my other phone just turned off, so I got two phones. Can you hear me though?
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, I got you on two phones.
Yeah. I'm using my other phone now.
I'm gonna mute one of them, okay? Yeah, let's mute one of those phones. Are you talking now? Okay. Okay.
You might want to mute the other one.
Yeah, I might need to mute.
Yeah, can you guys hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you now.
Yeah, so you got to unmute the other one.
Yeah. All right, cool. Cool.
So go ahead.
Oh no, yeah. I was just saying that piggybacking off of what you were just saying. There's a lot. There's I don't know. There's a lot of people out there who trying to control things, right?
Right.
They can't even control themselves, and and everything seems to be getting a little bit out of control. You know, look at the Harvey Weinstein and the whole look now. Look, Adam Sandler put his hand on the lady's lap, and that's now considered. You know what I'm saying? So, on some level, yeah. I mean, yeah, you gotta take advantage of people, women, children, men, whoever. And I think people will be forgetting about the men too. Men are being harmed at the same time. But we kind of like it's easier to leave us out of that equation. But I just feel like it's I don't know, it's a lot of things coming out right now, and you go crazy trying to figure it all out at one time.
Yeah, just when y'all guys get a chance, look at the Constitution. It's a lot of written
war stuff, and it has it there to where the birth certificate is where all your money is at. You know, we didn't have no birth certificates. What, the 50s, going into the 60s, and when you look at the old baseball games that we used to have in the football, we ain't pay no taxes. That's why they use, you know, what's his name that played for baseball? Jackson. What's his first name?
Well, Reggie Jackson,
Yeah,
or
yeah,
number two.
yeah. They used to play for the Brooklyn Dodgers, right?
Um.
Yeah, it wasn't Reggie Jackson.
It's
Who
talking
used to
about
play
Jackie
for the
Robinson?
Brooklyn Dodgers?
Jackie Robinson?
Jackie Robinson, right? Jackie Robinson was
Thanks,
by
Carlos.
he the Jewish people came to him and asked him to play for the Major League Baseball because they needed, you know, more of our people to pay taxes. We was making a lot of money back in the days with no taxes. And so they needed him, Jackie Robinson, Martin Luther King, and a couple of other people to pull us to go back to be with them in cahoots. And we went downhill since then. We wasn't paying nothing. We was doing our thing, you know, but we wanted to be, we decided to going back to dealing with them on the business level. And it has bring our people backwards, not forward to an extent, you know? So now it's coming to other, because I speak to people from other countries. They don't pay no taxes like we do. We pay the most taxes out of everybody in this country. We pay 25, 35%. Other nations pay like 5% of their taxes.
Wow.
You know?
Yeah.
When you get your taxes done with you and your wife and your kids, depending on your income, you probably get like about maybe 10,000, 15,000. You know, back in the days you could get more. But notice, if you take the time to study your own income tax bracket, don't y'all notice that you get smaller and smaller every year since 2001? Don't you see? It's like before 2000, I probably got like 2,000, 3,000. Now it's like you'd be lucky if you get a quote unquote earned income tax, you could get like 1,000. But I mean, look how much money they taking out of you for the whole year.
All right. Yeah.
We gotta pay attention to the numbers, man. I'm a numbers person. I'm like, wait a minute. If I'm making close to 80,000 a year, why is I'm getting back $1,000? That don't make sense to me.
That's why it's better to be if you're gonna get taxed as a business rather than as an individual.
I mean, it doesn't not make sense for me to be working for somebody to make that type of money, and then at the end of the year, all you give me back is $1,000. Like that's a slap in the face. That's like saying Negro or any other culture. We don't give a shit about you.
Nope.
Yeah, my wife was saying in Hungary, man, you don't even see that money. You don't see. Look, they take out as much taxes as they need, and that's it. You don't see it, and no refunds or nothing. You just that's you know, they take their taxes. Yeah, you know, and then you also have to pay. So you know, they take as much as they need, I guess, and then that's it. And then you have to pay a certain amount too. So depends, you know. All I know this devil, so I'm used to this one. So I just pay my tax.
That's why I don't recommend people to move to New York. You better all stay in the South because at least you get a little bit more for your money. You know what I'm saying?
That is true. That is true.
Do not move to no damn New York, Chicago, and LA. You're a fool. Unless you got your own business or you're making close to $250,000 a year. That's the only time you should be staying in some New York. That's it.
Yeah, I don't think I want to move up any farther north. I kind of like the climate here. I like the hurricanes. And they're kind of predictable. The tornadoes, but all this other stuff, man. I don't know if I'm used to all that.
It's not worth it, man. I mean, you got fine women here and all that, but that costs money too. See, they know they know how to get you. If they can't get you at the working place, they get you with the women. And man, it costs, man. Taking care of a woman in New York costs more than taking care of that damn car, man. I'm telling you, man. Shit.
Hey, they got fine women down here too. I'm just trying to tell you. I think they look better down here, man. What you think?
Oh, no, New York got the best looking women in the United States.
Man,
D-Train, where you at?
I'm in North Cackalack.
Oh, now North Carolina, man, got some fine women there. Yeah. That's some fine women. Now, Big Apple do got some big apples. That is the truth. Now, I ain't gonna deny that. And I do want to bite. No worms. No worms.
Now, if you're talking about sisters, I give them the edge in North Carolina and Louisiana. But if we're talking multicultural, if we're talking about women in particular, the top three is New York, Houston, and LA.
You know what they miss? They don't be seeing these college campuses. I swear they got all kinds of multiculturalism in at Duke, UNC, NC State. You know what I mean? They got a whole bunch of that, and they be looking good, all of them. The black ones, the whites, the Asians, the East Asians, the West Asians, the North Asians, African. Man, they got everything, man.
The African sisters, oh Lord have mercy.
Yeah.
Let's say that's the case. But remember, a lot of them is coming from different cities to go to the university. So let's put away the university, and let's just go out university, churches, just on a regular basis. North Carolina and Louisiana would be in the top 20. But if you look at the statistics of women, there are more women in New York, more women in Georgia, more women in Houston, and more women in LA. Why? Because they market women. They market the women. North Carolina don't market women like New York or.
That's right. We cherish our women and we love our women. Hey, women, you see how them people be treating y'all in the Hollywoods and the New Yorks. Okay, y'all. We're gonna treat y'all the way you're supposed to be treated down here in the South. Okay?
All right, now don't pull a Tyrese on me now.
Oh Lord have mercy! Tell them, get them, Paulo.
There's some crazy ones. There's some crazy people down here too. We got our own crazies, but they really crazy out there, man. Y'all dealing with some
New York women. I heard about them New York women. Lord.
No, I'm talking about
aggressive.
These people, these power hungry people taking advantage of people, man. But you know what? I'm looking at it like this, okay? Even if it's a smaller number, I say we have still a good crop of beautiful, smart, intelligent women. We got our dumbasses too, just like the men. We got got a little bit of everything, man. But I'll take my little pond and fish around in this one, man. It's not a bad thing. It's still kind of big, small. It's big, small, or small, big. I don't know, whichever works. You need to come on. You need to come on down here. Just look around, because I can't be walking around. Look at that. Yes, I should have went to. This year they only had 15,000 people up in Chapel Hill for the Halloween.
Why you didn't go, man?
And I walked all around my neighborhood with the kids, right? And after that, man, I was tired. The kids were tired. Everybody was tired. My wife had worked, and I had gotten up early that morning, man. We were all tired, man, but it would have been perfect. That was the perfect opportunity to go up to Chapel Hill and take some video of what was happening, because it wasn't too big like I had seen it before in the past, but it was still it was still nice. It was good, you know.
I know the one in Louisiana was off the chain. I heard.
Oh yeah.
They be going ham down there at Margaretville. Margaretville town. Shoot.
That's another one of them big cities.
Yeah, pretty
New
much.
Orleans is the best. New Orleans is the best place to come. Just
Really?
like in the middle, like it's big. You know, it's not as huge as New York or some other place, but I mean it's huge. And then I mean, depending on what you're about, I mean, if you're just looking to have some fun, you can go down to the French Quarter. You know, get your daiquiris, your grenades, and you're right there. You get your hotel. You within walking distance of everything. Every restaurant, every type of thing you want to do, it's right there. And we actually got a Dave and Buster's now in the New Orleans area, so now
Damn,
you
you got
can
to leave the
really,
bus. That's what's up.
yeah, we got a Dave and Buster's in the area, so now it's like adult Chuck E. Cheese time. So it's like you really can go hard and have some fun. And then like if you have like a nice little lady or your wife or your girlfriend or somebody, you know, like that, you got you go to it's another part of the area where it's more jazz and it's more like sit down, eat good food, listen to jazz music. It's more upscale type of stuff. But if you still, you know, young or old and you're ready for that rowdy, hey, I'm trying to see, you know, what woman trying to choose me tonight, then yeah, you're going to the French Quarter, you know. So I mean, but you have both of that balance. So whether you know, you coupled up or you just up there trying to see, you know, who your new friend is tonight, you got all of that in the same area. So you can't beat that. You can't beat that. And it's, I mean, you got nothing but state troopers, you got local PD, because nobody trying to mess up their money, you know. So you get stupid, they catching you real quick. You gonna see them guys on them horses, yeah, they ready for, you know, especially around Mardi Gras. They not about any trouble around Mardi Gras. You stupid if you do anything, because they bring extra police into the area to protect the people. They're not about any trouble. You know, stuff happens, you know, but at the same time, it's like very minor. It's like stuff happens, it's like boom, it's covered. Next, keep on going.
Right. That's good. Yeah, man. So yeah, man. I'm waiting for Rollo to come on down this way. So you in Louisiana area?
Yeah, I'm in Louisiana. I'm near the state capital. Hmm.
What's up? Yeah, I'm in Raleigh
I
Woods.
have to go down there eventually anyway. I'm trying to see what's the hotel situation. I'm debating is it gonna be plane or is it gonna be bus, because I want to do both North Carolina and Louisiana. You
Hmm.
know?
Is there a train that ties into all of that, or that's too long? I guess you know.
Yeah, I was thinking about taking Amtrak. Yeah, I should
Yeah,
do
you
that.
get some sightseeing, and then that way, check that out. Cause somebody brought that to my attention, like, hey, you know, there's an Amtrak, depending where you're going, out of New Orleans, so you could actually, that's a good possibility, you know.
Yeah,
Yeah, I'm gonna do that.
my brother used to take the train down here from Philadelphia all the time before he got a car.
Mm.
So yeah, that's also a possibility
I
too.
don't want. I'm not doing no driving with no vehicle. I mean, I could rent out a vehicle, but I'm saying to myself, it's better I take the train. To go to North Carolina for a few days and go to Louisiana for a few days.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
You know,
Man,
before I start making the strategic, because I'm really trying to get out of here by 2018. I mean, really seriously trying to get out of this country by 2018.
Man, I want you to do it too. I want you to do it.
Yeah,
yeah, man.
man.
Send postcards.
Yeah.
So yeah, man.
Yeah.
Damn, I forgot what I was going to say. My bad.
Where you going? Wake the hell up. You got a destination yet?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm going to the island, man. I'm going to the island.
Okay.
It's just a matter of making the funds happen and
Right.
making strategic moves
Mm-hmm.
and palm and grease certain people that is willing to invest in me
and I invest in them. Of course, when everything goes situated, we see what happens. You know.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Because I know that this city is not for me anymore, especially now the way they making their strategic moves, messing with the people that is trying to, do their thing. I just feel bad for those who's working here as well because they say New York people are lazy. Now, New York people, just like everywhere else, they work hard, but they tax you to death, man. They really tax you to death. You don't really see anything, you know. That's why a lot of people are so mad all the time and miserable because they say I'm working, and they look at their thing. By the time you touch it, it's gone. And then if you got a family, man, depending on the family situation, bro, I mean, that's why I see a lot of children. I talk with them, and they so messed up because all these laws that they pass in this mayor, the past mayor, making laws harder for the citizens, you know. But you get rewarded for bad behavior in this city. But if you do good, they penalize you. That's what liberals do. Liberals got the most money. Honestly speaking, if you look at the Democrat states, they got more money than the Republican states. And look what they're doing to the people. They got all this money. What they need all this money for? Give it to the people that need it. If they was to take care of their citizens like they said they would not be having no crimes. There would be no stealing. There would be no robbing. There nobody be getting hurt because everybody is getting that money. But the people need to see. That's what I love about other countries. If they see something wrong, they all get together and take that person out of office.
Right.
Whether it's Russia, Hungary, Greece, you see them people. They go, you trying to make me a slave, a real slave? Well, we're gonna burn this bitch down. We're gonna take that goddamn prime minister out of office. They don't play them in other countries, man.
No.
They'll be in the street.
But then again, you see some of these other countries, man, and they just in shambles too, because their leaders just are terrible. You know, like hell, that why you think these people leaving Mexico or leaving whichever country? Why you think everybody trying to come here? Because their shit sucks. That's why. They're trying to leave for a better, place, but that doesn't mean they're entitled to it.
Well, that's right. That's correct.
Well, that's definitely true. Here's the thing, though. That's why we know it doesn't matter who's in office. Washington, D.C. is not part of the United States of America. If you look at the District of Columbia, it will tell you it's a private entity. So what does private mean? They're not part of the land. They have their own thing. When you go to the District of Columbia, I don't know if y'all been there, but you notice that they have their own police, but the police is not part of a certain police branch. It's a foreign entity. That's why they deal with. If you go there, guess who live in Washington D.C.? Russia, Syria, Middle East. There's no Americans live in the District of Columbia. It's people from other countries, like the UN, like here in Manhattan. They got certain parts for themselves. They don't pay no taxes.
I knew a girl from D.C. at Carolina. She was a little cutie. Ain't saying no names. No names.
Right.
Man. No, but yeah, I mean, what you gonna do?
Well, it's just up to the people to do research. I mean,
yeah, you're right.
Most of American people don't read. That's why they put That's why they could put certain things right in front of your face because they know you're not going to read it.
That's true. We were just talking about
Mm-hmm.
it a few minutes ago, like how we got these books, and I'm halfway finished one, and I finished this long one like a few years ago, but I might read articles and this and that, but it's so much stuff to read. It's almost like a sensory overload. Just trying to keep
Mm-hmm.
up what just happened today.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
And then you try
Right.
to read the book. What?
Yeah.
Fall
Right.
asleep.
Right. Right.
So
I
yeah,
can't get mad at the people that come here and they're successful because if you have a broken down government that will bring them here and give them money and
right.
not give you or me or Carlos or our children or children's children money to invest, that's a slap in the face. So I'm not against them.
It
I'm
is.
looking at the people that we give money to taxes wise and using that tax money to bring these people here to balk up against us. That's who we got to go. The government is not our friend. They are our enemy, and they proven every day. And they know we ain't gonna do anything. That's why they passing these laws every single day against the man. Every single day.
Yeah.
You see?
I don't know. I tell you what, though, man, we just gonna have to keep trudging along and keep on keeping on. Hey, y'all want to plug your channel? I'm gonna go ahead and wrap this thing up and see if I can catch a few Z's before I take them kids to school.
I gotta get up in the morning too. So you guys already know I am Wait the Hell Up 7 WTHEHELLUP the number 7 at gmail.com, and my channel is Wait the Hell Up 7. So thanks for having me on, D Train. And Carlos, man, it's good talking to you once again too as well.
Definitely, man. Definitely.
Carlos.
Yeah. Well, I'm Carlos Jean. Jean, and just keep an eye out on me in the future. Spring 2018 movie reviews. Looking forward to it. Enjoyed the conversation, brother.
Oh yeah, absolutely. So you're gonna put out anything in the meantime, or is it a time restraint, or is it just learn
It's just I
thing?
know I'm probably gonna do something before the end of the year. Definitely, like really get the ball rolling. I know for sure in spring 2018, but I really, like I was just telling you, no need to put off tomorrow what I can do today. So, and everybody I've always, followed, they all say the same thing. Hey, they were doing things in a car on a little Android phone before they worked their way up. So I'm like, you know what? That's gonna how my beginning's gonna be. It's like, okay, I'll just get on my little Samsung Galaxy and go ahead and get started. Till I
You
upgrade.
got the 7, you got the 7 or the 8.
I just got the 6S, and I'm about to go ahead and get that 8. I've been looking at getting at that 8. I have a friend of
Yeah,
mine who got
man.
the 8, and he loves it. He loves it.
Yeah, I got the 8 too, man. I've been having this for a minute. I love this phone, man.
Yeah, so
Man,
that's a
I
good
might have to
recommendation. It's a good recommendation. Okay, good.
and give my wife mine.
Well, you got an
There
8?
you go.
I have a Galaxy something. I don't know what it is. It's just a smartphone, and it was free with the package that I had, and it's cool. It works, but
You got an iPhone?
no, it's not an iPhone. It's a
No, I'm saying you got an iPhone.
who, me or Carlos?
You.
No. I have an Android. It's a Galaxy or something like that.
A Prime? Or it's a something else?
I don't even know where my phone is, man. It's probably something like that. Kids have one. Theirs, I think, is newer than mine.
Right.
You know, so yeah, I might have to spend some time trying to figure out my phone's capabilities and different.
Yeah, get that Galaxy 8, man, when you get a chance, man. You could do a lot of wonders with that phone.
Really?
Okay, so if I want to get started just on the low end, I could get started real
Yeah,
nice
that's
with that
business.
Galaxy
You got
8.
the 6 Edge, right? You got the 6 Edge, Carlos,
Yeah, I
right?
got the 6 Edge. That's correct.
No, that's not a bad phone, man. That's not a bad phone, too, to start.
Okay.
You know?
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, that's definitely what I'm gonna get started with, but I'm definitely looking at an 8 soon.
Yeah, because the 9's coming out around the corner. It's crazy.
Well, look, I'll get that 8 on that discount. That's usually how it goes. Never pay full price. Never pay full price.
Yeah, man. You could. It's amazing because you could be. I could talk to y'all and I could test the same time. You know, I could do all that stuff. That it
Really?
shows that you can have a text. I could talk to somebody. I mean, it's crazy, man. What you could do with this phone. 3 things at once.
Really?
Right.
Wow,
Yeah.
that's pretty. That's
Right. Yeah.
pretty
Yeah.
impressive. I think mine can do maybe 1 or 2, maybe. So,
Yeah.
so that might
Yeah.
might have to be something that I have to look at. Well,
Mm.
I think this is a good wrapping up point. Thank you, guys, gentlemen, for coming on to the live stream. This
Yes,
is
Definitely
sir.
appreciate the invite.
oh man,
Appreciate everybody.
Jump Paul came in. Peace out. Oh, dude, I missed you.
Jump out.
Oh,
Yeah,
Jump JPV. Oh, I missed him.
yeah. My bad, dude. Okay. All right. Well, hey, man, we're on here, and thanks for stopping in, and peace out. This was
All
Peace
right,
out.
peace.
Bunk.
Peace.
Peace.
Later.